Welcome to the Den of Tools.
Howdy ho, guys and gals, it's Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, back again here in the old Den of Tools. And today we're here to talk about our long-term review, if you will, into summer, let's call it that, review for the Hart outdoor power tool equipment. I know there's been a big discussion this year is, can cordless tools really compete with gas? And spoiler alert, oh, they kick its butt. It's not even pretty. They took its lunch. They drank its milkshake. Oh, it was terrible. Terrible times to be a gas-powered home, lawn equipment. But that said, so earlier this year, Hart reached out to me and they said that they wanted the bear to test out some of their stuff. So I thought they're going to send me some regular power tools, and they ended up sending me their 40-volt blower and their 40-volt trimmer here. And I got to tell you, I was in Vegas at the time. I didn't have a lot I could test them on, but you could certainly tell that the power that these had were fantastic. But I was looking forward to getting them up here to Montana to test them out. Of course, these all run off of their 40-volt battery system that's interchangeable with all the other 40-volt stuff that they have. We have 3 or 4 of these batteries at this point. And so here's what it was. We got up here this summer, and we got to work with these things, and I was so impressed with this. When it came time to buy a lawnmower, we went and out with our own money. We bought the Hart 40-volt cordless brushless mower. Now, the reason, I'll be honest, I normally, for a mower like this, we have a very small yard kind of thing. In fact, we could have probably just made do with the trimmer, but it was just easier with the mower. And the Cubs really wanted to start doing this lawn care kind of thing. They had some people around the area. We have some older retirees and such in the neighborhood, and they were looking for somebody to help out with lawn mowing, and they wanted to start their own little business. So, Dad said, you know what? We're going to get this mower. It'll work with all the other stuff. And I know with these mowers, they're very light. But even still, some of the Cubs are younger and stuff, so we got the middle of the road one. They have a basic one that's just push, which honestly for a grown adult wouldn't be an issue because they are so light. And then they have a top line one that has like this throttle adjustment. The harder you push it, the faster it goes. It's kind of clever technology, but we didn't really need that for this. So we ended up with this one. So we got the whole lineup here. And let me show you some of the stuff. This is going to be from the last trimming, the last mowing job that they did this summer. And just to give you a quick overview of what they're doing with this. Well, there you go. There you have it. This is their gig, and they've been doing it all summer. And if you think about it, for 3 months or so, I guess 4 months at this point, they've been doing this kind of summer gig here where they've been mowing 3 or more lawns per week. That would mean that this stuff has gone through the equivalent of 3 to 4 summers worth of work in one summer. So that's why I said this is the equivalent of a long-term review. We've really put it to the test, and I got to tell you, it's been fantastic. Now, to be completely honest, we did have one slight hiccup. When we first got this mower, we bought it at the local Walmart, got it home, opened it up the box, set it up, and it seemed all right, but I did notice that when you engaged the clutch system for the drive, there was a clicking noise. And after looking at some more, I believe this was an open box item that somebody had bought, returned, and it just got put back on the shelves because somebody had damaged the drive mechanism somehow. We ended up returning it, getting it exchanged. There was no problem. They were super easy about it. And the new one has never had a problem after that. So, just be aware that, like anything else, you know, you got to check, make sure what you're buying. Anyway, some of the other stuff I want to comment on, the blower, as I said, I often mention that it's like a tiny hurricane in your hand. I've got a ton of blowers at this point from all the kind of testing and stuff we've done. And I find that when I need a blower for just a miscellaneous job, this is the one I reach for because this thing is insane. As far as the trimmer's honestly so powerful that the cubs don't like using it. It's kind of scary. They often end up reaching for. We have also a Cobalt 24 volt trimmer and a Mower 20 volt trimmer that they prefer to use because it has less power. This thing will kick rocks. It'll throw sticks. Well, it'll chop them up and then throw them. It is for taking down large brush and stuff. It's fantastic. And I gotta say, I really like the style of this kind of trimmer where it has the kind of little lever switch there, and it's got the battery way back here. It adds for a great center of balance control kind of thing. The one thing I will say about these, besides the fact they take all the same battery, is that trimmer is their power head system. So you can get other attachments for it. You can get this edger attachment. They have a blower, so if you don't want to buy a separate blower, you can get just the trimmer and get the blower attachment for $74, $75 goes on it. And they've got this rototiller. This one is pretty cool. I was just talking to the missus about this. We might grab this for next summer, tilling up a little garden and stuff like that. And if you really want to get serious with taking down some brush, they've got this brush cutter attachment here that can really, look at that, 3 blades, a hot spinny death there. That'll take out some zombies. I mean, some high grass and stuff like that as well. Now, the 40 volt line over at Hart, they've got a few options here and different stuff. We've got the brush. They also have a non-brushed blower. They've got a more consumer lower level grade. Not that these are the stuff we're using was what I definitely call prosumer rather than lower consumer grade, and they have a consumer grade 40 volt option as well. Of course, these have the same style of, piggyback chargers. I'm not a fan of them, although I will be honest, when it comes to these larger batteries, in many times it's easier, I find, to use this style than it is. Like with a 20 volt, I want to have a base station I can just pop the battery in. These larger 40 volt batteries are so large that they're almost the base station you put the charger on. So it's not quite as an issue with these as it is with the other ones. I still would say I probably prefer the base station style. They have replacement blades for the mowers, and they also have a 40 volt cordless leaf vacuum kit for those of you who want to really manage your leaf issues this fall. So that might be something you might want to consider. Anyway, at the end of the day, I'm really happy with the decision to purchase the mower to go along with the blower and the trimmer. It makes a great setup. We had to tackle some really high brush here. Of course, it's end of summer, so everything's dried out. But just to give you an idea of what this thing will just go through, and it will just go right through it. And that's the great thing about electric is, if you go through something like this and it bogs down, you just press the button and it just starts again. With gas, if it bogs down, you got to go over there, you got to, pull the ripcord on it and whatnot and get it going again. And, it may seem like a small thing, but it's just so much of a nicer peace of mind, so much easier to work with when you're dealing with electric. Of course, I got the Cubs working with it, so anyway, you know what I mean. Point is, I really think you should consider electric. If you've got a small to medium-sized yard, electric is almost a no-brainer these days. It definitely has the power. It's got the reliability. They're absolutely fantastic, and you don't have to deal with any of the issues you have with gas. Now, some people say, well, I have a bigger yard. That's why I'm going with gas, blah, blah, blah. Hey, you know what? That's your choice. If you want to go with gas, you go with gas. But the electric, you know what? You can always buy more batteries. It is an option. You're going to be, if you have a bigger yard, you're going to be paying more gas. It's 6 1/2 does the other, at the end of the lifetime of the mower. So it really kind of doesn't matter. But the convenience of electric, the reliability of electric, also, you know what? It's not as loud. it's darn near pleasant to do yard work when you're dealing with electric. Especially, you put in some earbuds or something, listen to some music or even an audiobook, as the bear likes to do. It can make it a lot more tolerable, especially on your neighbors, instead of having to listen to, your mower and your trimmer and the old leaf blower going at, 500 miles per hour. Anyway, there you go. There you have it. That's our overlook, if you will, on the Hart brand. I gotta say, I was pretty impressed by it. Of course, it's made by TTI, so I don't know how impressed I should have been because they've been doing this kind of stuff for a long time. They're fantastic equipment. I really like it. As I said, I want to say thank you to Hart for supplying the original two products. We were happy enough with it to make a fairly significant investment in the battery line ourselves. So anyway, that's all the Bear has for you today. Don't forget to chomp the old like button. Maybe consider subscribing and ringing the bell. Anyway, till next time, you all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.